What's going on, everyone? Chris from Pickdawgz.com here with your free pick in the George Mason versus Marquette college basketball matchup going down Friday, November 8th, 2024. Just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, the games that I love, including my daily $15 best bet, head on over to Pickdawgz.com and click the Premium Picks tab at the top of the page. But let's get to this one between Marquette and George Mason. You got Marquette at home for this one, coming off their 102-62 win over Stony Brook last time out, while George Mason picked up a 75-58 win over NC Central. And, George Mason picking up a win over NC Central, good start to the year. You had four different players scoring double figures. Darius Maddox was the big player that came back for George Mason in the offseason, and he led the way, 17 points at a 7-7 mark from the foul line. And, the Patriots did enough to get by, but I'll tell you want to see those 3-point numbers improve. Just 2 of 17 for George Mason from 3 in that win, and I don't expect it to get very much easier here against a Marquette team that last year had their issues, but this was still a fairly complete Marquette team. And when you look at their numbers in terms of defending the 3, they were around the national average, but still they didn't face a whole lot of 3s per game. So if you're NC Central, if you want to be able to take advantage of that, you got to be able to hit your 3s with the rare opportunities that you get. And the problem for me is that I don't know if NC Central is going to be able to do that. If George Mason is going to be able to get by to do that here. Marquette, they put the boots to Stony Brook in the opener. My concern was that this team did lose, a little bit of talent from last year. You still brought back Cam Jones and David Joplin. That was all Marquette really needed. Jones had 32 points. He was 10 of 10 from 2-point range, 14 of 16 shooting on the night. He was extremely efficient. Chase Ross had 23 points. David Joplin 13 with 7 rebounds as well. And I just don't know if I think that George Mason has enough firepower to keep up with Marquette here. When you looked at what Marquette did against sort of the steps down in competition, so to speak, they beat up on Northern Illinois by 22, Rider by 30, Southern by 37. Even Notre Dame, we were talking about those are teams that are well below in the KenPom rankings, but Notre Dame was ranked 118th last year. They beat by 19 points. George Mason, on the other hand, this is a George Mason team that historically has done a decent job of stepping up in competition and, at least putting up a fight against some teams. But we saw, a 21-point loss at Tennessee last year, and they weren't necessarily tested a whole lot outside of the non-conference portion of their schedule. George Mason got off to a solid 13-2 start to the year, but again, against teams like Tulane, North Carolina A&T, East Carolina, South Dakota State. I think Marquette's just a whole different ball of wax, especially at the Fiserv Forum. I think Marquette can take care of business at home. I'm going to take Marquette. I'm going to lay the points, and that's going to be my free pick. But just a reminder, if you haven't already, make sure you're subscribed to our channel and smash that thumbs up. And if you're looking for my best bets, you can find us at Pickdawgz Premium. While you're Pickdawgz, check out our betting tools. They're 100% free. They're the best betting tools in the business, and tools that you want to make sure that you have in your back pocket when you're making your best bets for the day's action. Thanks for watching. See you guys soon.